For really determined men, no prison is escape-proof. But in Germany, they claim to have the answer. For prison authorities in many countries, the alarm signals are working overtime. Riots in New Zealand, hunger strikes in America, and here at home, the biggest security headache ever. In Britain last year, a record total of 477 prisoners escaped. Most of them got away from open prisons or outside working parties, but 75 broke out from behind bars, including train robbers Charles Wilson and Ronnie Biggs. For really determined men, no prison is escape-proof. But in Germany, they claim to have the answer. It's the most up-to-date prison in the world, at Stammheim outside Stuttgart. Stammheim lies a sixpenny tram ride from the centre of the city, a city that teems with traffic and traffic offenders. Paradoxically, these people form the bulk of the local prison population, serving sentences of up to 3 months. But the top security precautions at Stammheim are not designed for drunken drivers. They're for the hard core of prisoners, men awaiting trial or sentence on serious charges: murder, rape, armed robbery. Once those men are inside Stammheim, they stay until the time comes for their transfer. Admission and departure of prison traffic is electronically controlled. No vehicle gets near the prisoners' quarters until the outer gates are shut and the vehicle is cleared through the double gates inside. Stammheim has room for 800 prisoners, including 140 women. The design of the cell blocks, with every window angled, makes communication between individual prisoners impossible. But they do get room service.
Bitte melden.
Ich habe Kopfschmerzen, ich möchte gerne eine Aspirintablette.
Ich komme gleich vorbei.
On each floor, the 8-story men's block, one guard can keep watch over 80 cells. The overall ratio of guards to prisoners is 1 to 7. The prison authorities say that ideally it should be 1 to 4, although the system seems safe enough as it is. Before going in, the guard sets the safety mechanism. All the time he's there, a warning light flashes above the cell door, and if it's still flashing after 2 minutes, the general alarm sounds. Attacks on warders at Stammheim are unprofitable. In fact, so far at least, there have been none. Maximum security, the guiding principle behind Stammheim, is carried through with German thoroughness. The lock combinations are automatically changed every day by a turn of the master key, and there are 40 permutations on the keys. It's a place of almost clinical cleanliness, light, airy, tastefully decorated. Yet security is the overriding factor. High-risk prisoners are taken for exercise in small groups, if necessary, on their own. And there's not the slightest chance of making a break for it in the lift that whisks them to the exercise yard on the roof. With helicopters in mind, the architects put a roof over the yard, and the steel mesh on either side is specially reinforced. Beyond the wire, a tantalizing view of freedom. Factories, houses and terraced vineyards on the distant slopes. But any underworld grapevine would find Stammheim an unfruitful place for escape plots. Though the governor wants more guards, the present staff have no worries. They shrug off the very idea of being attacked by prisoners.
Those attacks are possible, but we are not nervous about it. We are watchful, and I can say you were paid for it.
But you aren't frightened men?
No, no.
Do you think this is a dangerous job that you do?
I think not more dangerous than any other in police duty, maybe.
What would you say the main difference between this very new and modern prison and older prisons was?
That there is not a great difference. The atmosphere will be the same than in every prison in the world.
Yet Stammheim is different. 35,000 prisoners have passed through it in the past 18 months, and so far there's been not a single attempt to escape. Go within 20 feet of the perimeter wall and you're within electronic earshot of the guards at their control panels. It's an escape-proof system that will soon be reinforced by an electronic eye. Closed-circuit TV cameras are being fitted, alongside the floodlights in the outer courtyard. Maximum security, but maximum consideration, too, for human dignity. The governor, Alfred Fraas, is 54, a benevolent, paternal figure with an enlightened approach to his job. And, like most Germans, a compulsive handshaker, even on his tours of inspection. Governor Fraas is one of only 3 men allowed inside the 5-story women's block. The others are his deputy and the prison chaplain. Among the women, security is less of a headache. The main problem there, prostitutes who throw tantrums when they're denied alcohol and tobacco. Stammheim cost £2 million to build, and it incorporates some highly civilized amenities. The food is far better than in British prisons, and it's served from electrically heated trolleys. The average cost of keeping a prisoner in Stammheim, £10 a week. That's £2 less than the British average. And no British prison can yet match the hygienic standards of Stammheim. Its hospital block contains everything from dental equipment to heart testing machines. And on every cell block landing, baths and showers that deserve a 5-star rating. Britain's prison service cost £27 million last year, yet conditions are still archaic. Overcrowding is being eased as new wings are built onto existing prisons, and the escape problem will be partly resolved by a new top-security jail, Albany, on the Isle of Wight. It will hold 480 men, but the buildings won't be ready for another 18 months at least. In Stammheim, they're well ahead of Britain, and of many other countries. Do the people of Stuttgart mind having a top-security prison almost on their doorstep? No, says Governor Fraas, they know it's safe. But would it hold Britain's train robbers? That, said Governor Fraas, would be tempting Providence.